Hey, so there is another topic that I want to talk about. And just like all my other videos, I'm not really going to edit this out or edit any of my videos because I'm just keeping it real. And I can't be asked to do all of the whole editing stuff. Um, but yeah, it's the people that you once were close to and had a good relationship in your life don't show up in the way that you thought that they would in times that you need them or just in general. And when they do that, I think it's good because it kind of shows their true self that everything and every moment that you had with that person were not real. They were fake. They were not genuine. They were just using you as a means of this person is available to me at the time. Cool. If this person was to leave out my life or not be physically present, I guess that's the case. So I'm just gonna not care. When you would expect that person to be genuine and still can keep that communication, they don't. Family, friends, whoever, doesn't even matter. If you had a good relationship with that person, then you would expect that. For example, I'm sure loads of people are facing similar situations, but let's say you were in a good relationship with a someone that you were seeing, and let's say it was really serious. Let's say you've known each other for a long time or short amount of time, but you had a good relationship and you guys got separated either due to family situations or you got a job somewhere far or whatever the situation may be. You would still expect to have that, you know, you would try to make it work. You would try other alternatives. Maybe you don't see each other face to face, but hey, you know what you do have? You have a phone. You have other freaking means. You have other ways of communicating. There's Skype. There's FaceTime. There's social media platforms like WhatsApp. You can call someone. You can text someone. If it goes from very minimal and then to the point where it's like nothing, at least tell me. At least be honest. At least say, this isn't working out or whatever, or I feel like we're going distant, instead of just leaving it cold and disappearing. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you could do with someone, you know? Because it just leaves that person hanging, like, oh, did I do something? Are we still together? Are we still? And then you just kind of think back, well, did all of that time mean something? Did all of that time mean something? You know? 1 minute we were so close, the next minute you're just gone, sort of thing. But even with, let's say, family, if you was to move away from family, like they say me, I moved away and it was a hard decision, but in the whole family there was one person that I had a good relationship with, and that was my brother. Like, there'd be family fights and this and that, but it was me and my brother, similar age, and we got on close. We had good bond. We'd talk about things that people would talk about, let's say movies and this and that, and we'd joke about things and we'd have banter, and you'd think, okay, you guys are good, and when I left the house, because there was a lot of issues going on with the household and with certain individuals, and I forced myself to leave. It's interesting to see how you thought the person who had your back is and how he treats you, instead of, like, I felt like I could never, like, be open with him because in terms of, let's say, taking sides, he would never really be there for me. In fact, he'd choose someone who had more power in the family, so you go to them, or be more manipulated by certain individuals, so you go to them, instead of maintaining that relationship that you once had with me. I saw you as a friend. I saw you as someone I could have relied on, but whenever I tried to be open to you and to talk to you, you were never there. I couldn't have that open relationship. I couldn't talk to you. So yeah, I guess our relationship was fake because it wasn't genuine. I think it kind of took a lot of me to realize that, because I felt like that I couldn't really talk about issues that I had. You weren't really understanding. You were there. I mean, you saw a lot of how people were treating each other in the house, and you saw a lot of conflict in the house, but at the same time, you weren't there for that. You'd just be silent and you let it happen. And you knew things were bothering me, but you never said anything. But then when I forced myself to leave, you tried to take my phone and you tried to take all my possessions and to stop me, to team up with whoever was causing me this pain, and to be as you were the only man in the house because you were my brother, but you just put up a guard and completely changed. Took away my keys, took away my bank cards, and so you know what, that's it, you're not leaving. You're not leaving. We're gonna keep you here. We're gonna keep you here. You keep doing the job. We keep taking your monies for our own gains, but you have to stay here. But then gaslight me and say, we don't know why you're doing this. Why are you doing this? Why are you acting this way? Why are you leaving? What did we do? But yeah, when I left, not one text, not one phone call, not one time he ever probably thought about in the middle of the night and thought, fuck, that was my sister. We were close. Like, did those times mean anything to you? Were we close? Did you really see value in me? Were we really like good? Or was I just someone that you just was bored? I guess she's my sister. At the time. Not one phone call did I ever have from him to say, are you okay? Do you need money? Do you need help? Are you okay? I've got a car, I can help you. I can always drive around, we can talk, at night or whatever. Have a coffee or somewhere, discuss things, see how you are mentally. Nothing about my mental well-being, nothing about how you are in person, and it's like, well, did I mean nothing to you? And it's like, well, I did a lot for you. I was there for you. I got you the job that you had, and with the job you got the car that you had, you got the food that you eat, the clothes on your back. But yet I get nothing but gaslighting, saying that I'm the wrong one and I did all of this bad thing and nothing happened. What am I complaining about? Why you got issues? Well, you chose to move out, so that's your life. You chose to move out, so you mean that's your choice. We're all gonna, elevate and do our own thing. But if you wanna waste your money and pay rent and continue to move out, okay, that's his mindset. Instead of we did something wrong, we understand, I'm your brother, I should really step up. I don't know, and I feel like a lot of it comes down to, you had a close relationship with someone and you saw you had a good bond with, you have that expectation, unspoken expectation of that someone to be like, to be there for you. And if they don't show that, guess who's actually hurt? Yourself. I guess it's something I never really thought about until now, to be honest, but I feel like as I'm thinking about it, I hope that other people who may have someone in their own life who they saw they had a genuine relationship and a bond with, and when push comes to shove, they were never there for them, and in fact just ditched them or blame them, in fact cause them more pain, more grief, and just blame them for their entire situation. Yeah, I think in times like that, I think I think it's good if you are going through a hardship and and you really thought and you tried, you know, to see something in that person and to see if that they would be there for you and to realize that they weren't. I think that's a good thing because you realize the truth and you realize who your real friends are, who your real relationships are, family included, if they are really there for you. I mean, I've been out the house for like, I mean, from now, I would say 3.5 years. And I tell you, and I kid you not, I did not get one text. He's got a phone, yeah, but I don't get one phone call. I don't get any texts. I don't get anything. I don't get it from my sisters at all, and I'm not surprised at that because they are really toxic anyway. They don't like me, so that's not an issue. That's just expected. But for my brother, I expected different. I expected him to really reach out, be there for me, you know. And being the youngest in a family where you feel like all of your elders are literally just ghosting you is kind of interesting. I mean, it's. I feel like I'm used to it though. Like I feel like I'm not trying to like put this out there. I'm like, oh, I'm so upset. It is what it is. Like they never really were there for me in the past. They didn't really change anything now, and I'm not expecting anything in the future. Just who they are. But then it's funny though because if I was to see them again, if I was to force myself to try to make amends, see my mom for her birthday, or just to visit because they are saying that I've gone to whatever. It's funny because when I do go, it's like, well, why didn't you text us? Why are you ghosting us? Are you still alive? Have you forgotten about us? And it's like, have you forgotten about me? Too? I'm always the one trying to reach out to you, but you don't communicate in any way. And then they're like, well, we expect you to reach out first. Because we expect you to give your energy away, to reach out to us, to come to us, come begging to us, come because we know that you got no one and it's just your family that all you have. So we expect you to come back. Begging is what they said, and that was a word that they said. So they expect you to lower yourself, or in my situation, they expect me to lower myself and do that. But sweet, no. I don't need that bullshit. I don't need that headache. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And I'm sure there are people in a similar situation, and I would say you don't need to do that. Yes, it's the hardest situation, and you will feel like you are entirely alone. But if you are, and if you thought that you had a good relationship and a good connection with someone, it just really highlights that if they are showing you that they are not there for you, then so be it. If they are showing you that everything that you had in the past and that good bond that you saw you had, didn't matter to them. It was fake to them. As it was fake to them, that's it. Done. Cut them out your life. Cut them out from your heart because it's the heart that's hurting you. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling that pain. So cut it from there. You don't need to feel that anymore. You don't need to feel that. Because the only person that's been hurt is yourself. The only person that's been stopped in their life because they can't move on from something is just get rid of that. You don't need that. And yeah, I just thought it was an interesting I just thought it was interesting. I just think it's something that people who are facing situations where they feel like they have no one and they thought they could, it's just a newsflash for you, really. It just shows that there are people who don't care. And the only person who you have is yourself. And that's it. But yeah. And although you may feel alone, there are other people who are going through the same shit as you. So, I mean, I guess we're not all alone, but yeah.